Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Hit the bell, subscribe. We have new content coming out daily. Make sure you subscribe. God bless you guys.
Received another text message from somebody on the front lines. Let me read this to you. They are in Haifa, which is one of the wealthier parts of Israel. Very beautiful. I've been there. There are entrances of drones to Israel from the north and rockets. We hear them now. We are in a bomb shelter. All of Israel is now a war zone. They're trying to invade from the north. Can we get a map, please, of Israel? I know we have one. So just so you understand, this is to be, we anticipated this to some extent. There are 300,000 Israeli forces on the southern tip of Israel. Not the southern tip, but the southwestern part near Gaza. Gaza is just a mosquito in the bonnet of Israel, which has turned into a beast. It's just an annoyance, constantly problems, and now it's not just an annoyance, it's an existential threat. And so, of course, just understand, Gaza is the size of Queens, New York. You have 2.5 million people clustered, and what's so amazing is when you go up to the Gaza Strip, it's desert, and it's desert, and it's desert, and it's desert, and all of a sudden, boom, it's as soon as you hit the walls, it's people. So they've clustered them all into this strip. And just so you know that Gaza, and we'll get to that map in a second, when Israel was controlling Gaza, it was vineyards, and it was rolling fields, and it was palatial estates, and it was fertile land. Arabs take it over. It's an open-air prison. Okay, if it's an open-air prison, why does your population keep increasing, and how do you keep on building buildings if it's an open-air prison? It's a stupid thing to say. Hamas rules its own people with an iron fist. And just so we're clear, that Arab Muslims are able to get work permits to go work in Israel. I will never forget this story. This is a side note and a tangent. I just want you to understand the moral implications here. Hebron is a big deal. If you don't know, Hebron was the first real estate transaction that we know in human history. Abraham goes to Hebron, buys a piece of land, and eventually he, his son Isaac, and his grandson Jacob are all buried there. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, and Leah. So Hebron, in order to get to Hebron, you have to go south from Jerusalem. Hebron has basically become a captured Arab city, except like one street where the Jews live. Jews get killed there all the time. And so my friend Matan, who I've been texting, who served in the IDF, who runs a great organization in Israel called Imtritzu, we were driving down this highway down to Hebron, and try to find see Ryan or Blake if you can find this on Google Images, please. And there, I don't know Hebrew, and there's this green arrow. I'm doing the best I can to remember this, and two red arrows going to the side. So green arrow, two red arrows, and I asked Matan, I said, "What is that?" And he says, "Oh." He said, if you and I go right with the red arrow, we die. If we go straight, we'll live. I said, what do you mean? He said, if we go this way, they kill us. They'll beat us on the car and they'll cut our head off. I said, what are you talking about? I said, I've driven through Compton before. I understand some, He said, no. He said, a guarantee. Yeah, that's close, Ryan, if you put that up. Yes. They don't tell you to turn around, okay? That's close to the side. It's more explicit on that highway. It's a good find, Ryan. Thank you. For those of you listening on radio, we'll put it on charliekirk.com. Palestinian Authority territory area had no entry for Israelis, entry illegal by Israeli law. To be clear, they'll take you out of the car and cut your head off and parade you through the streets. Yeah, really nice people we got dealing with here. And I'll never forget, as soon as they see an Israeli license plate, they're savage animals. They'll come after you. I'll never forget the way Matan said it was so casual. It was so matter of fact. It was as if we were driving through civilization with cell service, lattes, Wi-Fi, and honestly, really good food. And a couple 100 yards away was the third world. Civilization with our lattes, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, couple 100 yards away. Yes, that's a better one, Ryan. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, they've anglicized it. They now put it in English because Americans are not exactly known to be the most obedient tourists. American tourists have a reputation for doing stupid things. This road leads to Palestinian village. The entrance for Israeli citizens is dangerous. What happens if an Arab comes to Israel? Do Jews start cutting their heads off? No, they can get work. They can even serve in the Knesset. 20% of the Israeli Knesset is Arab. 20%. They can become citizens potentially. That's an even better one, Ryan. Thank you. By the way, this is not some sort of... And by the way, they have a whole Arab quarter in Jerusalem. Part of the old city is Muslim. By the way, you want to talk about one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my life? When you get married, you start thinking differently. When you're not married. This is before I met Erica. So we moved the embassy to Jerusalem. I was there for the embassy moving in Jerusalem. It's just the last second trip. So there were high tensions, right? So I'm with Candace Owens, okay, on the eve of Ramadan, after the embassy was moved. So they were very upset. And I did this again with Erica later, but it was safer. So we just walked to the Arab quarter at night. Not smart to do. Don't do that. That was not smart. Yeah, just kind of like walking through. This is so American, right? Oh, yeah, this is nice. And all of a sudden, the people looking at you. Oof. You want to feel darkness. That is some dark stuff. And then Erica and I, we didn't go through the quarter. We walked around the whole old city. And then we read on our phones like 3-4 days later, you're like, tourist head cut off right at the Arab gate. Oh, these are really sweet people. Really nice. Yeah, put that sign up one more time, Ryan. This road leads to Area A under the Palestinian Authority. The entrance for Israeli citizens is forbidden, dangerous to your lives. They've grown used to it. They're in an active war posture. It's barbarism versus civilization. It is a binary choice. I've never seen it so dramatic in all of my travel. I've visited over 20 countries, plan to visit to many more. I've never seen a binary where you have civilization that is advanced to a place of decency and the absolute brutal third world, a couple hundred yards away. And that's a reality on a daily basis for them, a daily basis. They want us dead. I hate to be that simple. They want us gone. They want us dead. You know, some of you say, Charlie, how does this impact Americans? Well, you know that there are American hostages right now. You know, someone just emailed us. It's hilarious. Charlie, you're a globalist cheerleader and atrocity propagandist. Well, you don't care about Americans then, Brett. There's Americans that are right now held hostages. So don't give me that crap. 22 Americans died. They killed Americans. And they very well might activate sleeper cells here in America if we do not talk clearly about this. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to do a show where I told you so, where they go bomb a shopping mall. There are hostages right now. Play cut 8.
Is there any indication that Americans were either killed or kidnapped by terrorists?
Yes, we have reports that several Americans were killed. We're working overtime to verify that. At the same time, there are reports of missing Americans, and there again, we're working to verify those reports.
Yeah, there's Americans being held hostage right now.